Hello, folks. I'm going to teach shoes and stockings, and I can't believe I haven't taught this tune before because it's one of my favorites. And those of you who have seen a bunch of my videos will know what I mean when I say it follows all the rules. But for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, have a good listen a couple times through, and then we'll talk about that and teach the tune. I'm in G. Sometimes this is played in A. Which is a little flat. Yeah, that's better. That would have been better all the way through, but okay. So when I said it follows all the rules, and let's say this is in G, but it can also be played in A. I've heard fiddlers do it both ways. I can't make up my mind, so here it is in G. It's a 1, 4, and 5 chord tune. You know, your 1 is a G, your 4 is a C chord, and your 5 is the D chord. And I'm using just an easy D, a D7th chord. 2 fingers. Okay, so what I mean about this following all the rules is, here's the A part. There's going to be this part. Okay, that's the first line. And then here's the second line. Or either way, it ends on the 5 chord. And then it's a repeat of the first line. Just exactly like the first line. Now here's the last line. It doesn't end on the 5, it ends on the 1. It resolves. We say it comes down to the root chord and a dum diddy da da dum bum, feeling of completion. This is a 32 bar tune. You play that first part and then you play it again. The same thing I just played. Okay, then we move on to the B. So here's the B, and it follows the rules too. Here's the first line. Now, what's this ending on? A 5 chord, leaving you hanging. And then the last, which is just like the first line of the B, and then completion. It resolves. So we have an A part and a B part. We play the A twice, we play the B twice. So the A part, those 8 bars of A that we then repeat. So we have 16 total bars of A. But you got bum bum ba da dum. And now the next line even starts the same bum bum, but this time it goes down to the 5. Ba da dum. And the third line is just like the first. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. And the fourth line is going to resolve. And as often happens, it's going to do that by going to the 5 and then to the 1. Da-da-da-da-da-dum, bum. 5, 5, 1. So that's 8 bars. Each line is 2 bars, 2 measures. 4 bum diddies. Bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy. And the next line, bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy. And the next line, just like the first, bum diddy, dum diddy, dum diddy, dum diddy. 5th, bum diddy, da da da, bum diddy, bum diddy. Okay. B part, same formula. All on the 1. It's going to go to the 4 finally, briefly, and then the 1. and then it's going to go to the 5. Bum, bum, bum. And bum, 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 diddy. So, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5, 5. Leaves you hanging. First line, same as the second line. First line, same as the third line. Third line, same as the first line is what I'm trying to say. And it even starts off the same way. Bum, diddy, dum, diddy. But instead of go bum, 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 it's going to go ba da bum, bum. Okay, that's the structure of the tune. That whole part gets repeated too. So there are a lot of tunes that are really formulaic like this in old-time repertoire. We're not talking about crooked tunes, but a lot of just basic reels and stuff are going to do this. And very, very often, I mean, it's surprising how often you'll notice that the first line and the third line of either one or both parts, in this case it's both parts, are the same. They might have a little different transition going into the next part or something, but they're the same. And then the second and the fourth lines of each part, the second line ends on the 5 chord, leaving you hanging, and the fourth line ends on the 1, resolving. So that happens in both the A and the B. All right, so let's just break this down and actually teach the tune. Shoes and stockings. There's a couple different ways you can do this. So we're going to do a bum-diddy on the 3rd string, 2nd string. Now we want to go or either way will work. So my finger gets a little sore. So instead of using my index for this little slide, I tend to go. So I'm putting it here and I'm striking the 2nd string, and that's kind of a hammer on diddy, bum, diddy. And make sure your bum is hitting your 1st string. So hammer on diddy, bum, diddy. So this finger has to be here for the start of the hammer on, because that's the 1st note. There's the next note. Diddy, bum, diddy. Okay, so let's try that whole 1st line. Ready? And bum, diddy, hammer on diddy, bum, diddy. Good. So the 1st measure of the B part is exactly the same. It's going to go bum, diddy, bum, diddy. Instead of going da 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 da, we're gonna go down. Pull off, diddy, bum, diddy. So that's pull-offs happening right here. Pull off, diddy, bum, diddy. And that's your easy 5 chord, your D7 chord. So the 1st line went. 2nd line. Pull off, diddy, bum, diddy. 3rd line is what? The same as the 1st. Bum, diddy, pull off, diddy, bum, diddy. Now, here's the last line. It's going to be 5, 5, 1. And let's do that 5 by putting our 5 chord on. Strum, diddy, drop, thumb, bum. So just arpeggiate all those strings. Make sure to stop it with your thumb. So you can do your ditties. Strum, diddy, drop, thumb, bum. So that drop thumb is you're going to strike the 1st string with your striking finger, whichever it is. And that same time, your thumb's going to come down on your 2nd string and pull that off. Drop thumb. And now leave your left hand where it is. Drop, thumb, bum. You're just going to hit the 3rd string. So it's going to be in order of string hitting. It's 1, 2, 3. But the 2 is with your thumb. 1, 2, 3. And then bum, diddy, bum, diddy. Now, another thing that happens a lot of times is that final bum diddy, you don't finish it with a ditty. You finish it with a bum and something else that puts you into the top of the tune again. So strum diddy, drop thumb, bum diddy, bum, slide. Okay, that slide took the place of the last ditty, and it's going on the 2nd string from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret. Strum diddy, drop thumb, bum diddy bum, slide bum diddy hammer diddy bum diddy, pull off diddy bum diddy hammer diddy bum diddy, strum diddy, drop them bum diddy. The second time you don't want to do that slide because you're not going back into that part. You're just finishing the A part because you've played it twice. Okay. Well, no, you haven't. Yes, you've played it twice. That was the second time through. So I will play the A part slowly 2 times. The first time will end bum diddy, drop them bum diddy bum, slide bum diddy. Okay. Ready? And pull off bum, hammer, strum diddy, drop them bum diddy bum, slide bum diddy bum. This time you finish it bum diddy. Okay, B part. Lots of pull-offs. Easy though. So it's going to be at the 5th fret, the 7th fret, and the 9th fret. So you're going to go pull off diddy. And no, you're not going to pull this one off. You're going to go bum diddy. So let's try that. Ready? And pull off diddy, bum diddy. And I don't care necessarily whether you're using your ring finger, which is what I use, or your pinky or something, but I don't want to see you doing this all with your index finger because that puts your whole hand just that much higher than it needs to be when it's going to have to go all the way back down to the C chord right after that. So I just, and then when I'm going bum diddy, that's when my hand is going down and I'm making my C chord, my 4 chord. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Pull off diddy, bum diddy. Yeah, see, that's going into the next line. Okay, so we've got that line. So let's start with this C chord. There's a different ways you can play this, but is what I do. Now, if you want a really simple way to play it, I'll show you that. I'll show you what I do also. Bum diddy, bum diddy. If you're going to make it real simple, 2nd string, 1st string, 3rd string, 1st string, bum diddy. Okay, I go. So, bum diddy. And then put your finger on the 5 chord. So we're going to go leave your index finger there. Pull off and put it back down. Bum diddy. That's so it'll still sound like the 5 chord when you're doing your final ditty. Otherwise it would sound like, and okay. So back to the C chord. Let's do it from there. Bum diddy, drop thumb diddy. That I usually do put a drop thumb there. Bum diddy, drop thumb diddy, pull off bum diddy. Okay, what's next? We get coming up to the 3rd line, which would be the same as the first one. Now the last line is going to finish on the 1. So bum diddy, drop thumb diddy. Now we're going to go pull off bum diddy. Now where did this note come from? Well, it's a member of the 5 chord club. It is a note in a D7th chord. So, but it's really hard to play that and that is a chord. So we're just going to play them sequentially. Pull off bum diddy. And when you're playing in G, your ring finger should get really used to just going there because it's going to have to go there a lot in the future. Pull off bum diddy. So starting with the C chord, this is the last line. Bum diddy, drop thumb diddy, pull off bum diddy. Okay, so let's go over that whole B part. Starting up here, right, with our ring finger or our middle finger, but not our index. Ready? And pull off diddy, pull off diddy, bum, 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 diddy, bum, diddy, drop them diddy, pull off, bum, bum, diddy, diddy, pull off diddy, bum, bum, diddy, drop them diddy, pull off, bum, bum, diddy. Let's try the whole tune together. I'll just play it through a few times. Ready? And play with me. I would give some people at the end of the video here some ways to jazz it up a little bit more if you want more of a challenge. One thing I do is sometimes I'll hesitate a little bit, that I'll go. To do that, and I wouldn't do it all the time, and it's more like something you would do if you're playing with somebody else. They're going to be holding the rhythm or playing the fiddle or whatever they're going to be doing, so that you can just play off them a little bit with that little syncopated thing. So bum diddy slime bum diddy bum diddy. Okay, we'll just do that first line the same way. Now instead of bum diddy pull off diddy bum diddy, we're gonna go. So break that down. Bum, that's third string, diddy bum bum, pull off diddy bum diddy. So again, bum diddy bum, pull off diddy bum diddy. And it's almost easier if you just do it along with me. So I'll just do it a couple times and play along with me. Bum. So instead of bum diddy drop them bum diddy bum slide, which is what I taught in the first part, you could go bum diddy drop them bum diddy bum. So third string, fourth. So strum diddy da da dum bum 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 bum. the B part. So now you could do this is a really easy tune to harmonize with. So I would do the first time, and this is, again, you're not going to do this if you're sitting by yourself playing the banjo, really, but if you're playing with other people, it might be fun. Because they're going, meanwhile you're going just a third above. And what I usually would do, so I'm just, something like that. So you can do this instead of bum diddy drop dum diddy ba da da. You could go. So that's a pull off with your ring finger here in this 4 chord. Pull off, and then come down, strike your second string. Pull off, bum, and then drop thumb diddy, and then ba da dum bum. Instead of bum diddy dum da dum bum bum. And you don't have to go pull off diddy, bum bum bum. You could always go pull off diddy, diddy diddy bum diddy. You're just playing with the time, and you're still in time. You're just chopping it up a little bit different ways. And ditty ditties are a fun and easy way to do that. So as you're playing this, once you're comfortable with the tune and you're really getting good at it, I would start thinking about the fact that some of your brush stroke, your dit stroke, if you will, what you really want in a lot of tunes, most tunes, is a kind of right on time, percussive sound that isn't. You don't want jarring notes that are fighting with each other so much. Well, sometimes you do, but in this tune you don't. And what you're wanting. This bum diddy is that sort of sharp percussive sound that some people call cluck. It doesn't have to be very clucky, really. You're just gonna try to play a brush that doesn't ring out beautifully. It's just a little short thing, and it's almost more like you're playing drums than you're playing banjo sometimes. To get those things. What I'm trying to say is, without letting the strings ring, you're just keeping time. So, anyway, there's Shoes and Stockings. And remember, you can play it in A too. So, whatever your fiddler or somebody wants to play it in, you'll be good.